set up, kinda, as long as it doesn't fall. Okay. Then you also need to take off the positive lead, bottom nut. It's always good to use a magnet tray. Grab one of those. Can't find one, so use a Pyrex. Okay, I'm gonna get a little screwdriver. Just kind of work the cover. I could clean it up, but honestly I don't give a shit about this truck. So you can see, find out how worn they are, but all right. Make sure you're using just screwdrivers. Got these two Phillips. So that's your voltage regulator, brush holder, coil. Jeez. Let's see if this will work. Okay. Let's try this. Maybe I'll get a tripod if this video works. So yeah, here's the brush holder assembly. I don't have any electrical contact cleaner, but see if you use a gist, it stays. These are really good screwdrivers too. Vessel. That's what Toyota uses for their SSTs. Okay. Pry up on this a little bit. Yeah, that's caked up. Hopefully I don't uncover more damage. Using a 90-degree pick. I'm actually gonna get a light as well. It's my favorite light, Stream Light. My favorite brand, I guess. Let's see all this stuff. Yeesh. Yeah, it's not letting me come out. Goes. Oof, look at that. So, as you can tell, those are gone. I'll show you. really hoping I don't have to. So pretty much, if an alternator, if you stay on top of it, you should only have to replace the brushes. Worst case, if you get a bad belt tension or something like that, it could affect the bearing in the nose. But if it needs anything more than that, it's honestly worth just getting a reman, because these voltage regulators, if you look up the part price, they're actually fairly expensive. So let's take a look. So you can see the difference. Worn, good. Worn out, good. So all the material that was built up is actually from the contact. So you see how it has a spring. That's what keeps it on the shaft. But this bearing feels really good. So anyways, assembly is reverse of removal, obviously. It went. I don't want to fire up my compressor right now, so let's get. It's kind of hard to do at that angle, so I'm gonna flip it up, but just take a screwdriver and pry up on the contacts. Let's get it better. Okay. So, pick. Using 45-degree pick. It's kind of cumbersome. All right. Oh, silly me. I actually put them backwards. It is Saturday. Okay, so note index out. That's why I wouldn't fit them right. Might not be a bad idea to take I'm not cleaning this properly, but I mean, you should degrease, clean it up. But again, this is my beater with a heater. Cheapest first-gen Tacoma on the road. I was gonna get a Scotch Brite. Same paper will do. I'm just gonna take this. Just kind of step it up. All right. So let's go in. Boom. Okay, so that's what I had it reversed. So index out. Probably would have noted that mentally, but I get distracted talking. That's why I don't talk that much at work. I work at a Toyota dealership. Maybe make an intro video or something. I don't know. We're just gonna see if this works. Probably need a microphone because you probably can't hear anything I'm saying. Put the Phillips screws back in. push down on the contact a little bit to get it centered, because it, remember, it has a spring on the inside. Okay. Back cover. I guess I'll show you. So, contacts, 2 screws. Place your back cover. Don't forget your little strap. Got your 8mm nuts. Oop, damn it. Okay, so 3 of those. Put them on. Boom, boom, boom. Got the strap. I don't know what you call that. Well, you got your 8mm bolt. Plastic piece. Positive lug, 10mm base nut, tighten, reinstall, and I'll do a follow-up video showing the voltage, but battery light was on. It was intermittent, and then, especially when cold, and then yesterday at work, it was just solid on, so did a charging system test with the DC 8000, and sure enough, no voltage, very low ripple voltage, high revved loaded. It would kind of come alive, but that's it. Contacts, $30. OEM, my cost, but cheap, a lot cheaper than $200. Peace.